Yeah, and how did it begin that a guy from England fell in love with the NFL?
It was the '85 Bears season, the Super Bowl with Walter
Icky
Payton.
Shuffle.
Yeah, the Icky Shuffle.
No, the Super Bowl
Super
shuffle.
Bowl,
Josh
so that
is
was a
mixing
few
you up
years.
there.
Super Bowl Shuffle.
Oh, yeah.
One of those shuffles.
Getting your shuffles mixed up.
So wait, do they show the Super Bowl over there?
They do. We even have one game per. The Rams are coming to London in like
Right.
a couple of months.
But
so, we have the Super Bowl on TV. Sure.
You do. So is it a big deal like that we do here?
It
Like
wa-
everyone has a party? And...
Not so much the pie. That's the thing that, I mean, I've been a fan for 20 years, but it's only when I went to a game and saw tailgating, because we don't have tailgating, we're not
Right.
allowed to have all of that kind of stuff. So at home, we only ever see what happens on the field. So I did my kind of crazy 2008 road trip to every single team. I sold my apartment, I left my job.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Yeah, well,
We're
slow
like
down,
covering
slow
so
down.
many things
2
here.
minutes too.
No. Trish is not a big sports fan, so
Okay.
this is going to be hard for her to
Fine.
wrap
You
her.
quit your
You
job.
tell people that story.
Yeah,
How does
okay,
that
we're
happen?
jumping around here, but I
so
gotta hear
in
this.
2008, I quit my job. I left my girlfriend at home, who is now my fiance, by the way, but I left her at
So
home.
she stayed with you after that.
Yeah, just about. And I sold my apartment in London, and I went to see a football game at every franchise in one season.
And why?
Good question.
I was like, I have an answer for everything but that
But
question.
that
Yes.
You
Can
quit your job, gave up your apartment, left your fiance
Mm-hmm.
at home to go to a football game in every city
in
that
one
has a football
season.
team.
Yeah, so it ended
America.
up going
Also
to 40
known
football.
as every man's dream,
Yes,
okay?
exactly. Thank
That
you.
is so crazy.
And the idea was to kind of look at or explore the tailgate and the fans and all the stuff at home that we don't see on TV. So I had a blog and had a great time. Met Ram Man, who's here. And now I've got a book out about my adventures and experience
Wow.
and a British perspective on American football and the culture of the sport. And the idea is really to get more people, not necessarily into the sport, but to go to a game and have a good time. That it's not just, you don't have to love the game to have a good time at the game, if that
So
makes
I
sense.
know you can't like summarize your whole entire book, but what was what did you find out about us Americans and our football, or what was the thing that struck you the most?
Probably the overall friendliness of people. I mean, I was jumping from fan base to fan base, and I know I'm a Bears fan, but everybody was just so happy to sort of, or maybe they were just confused by the trip, I don't know, but just so welcoming and wanted to give me food and drink and show me the sort of the local culture, and that was quite foreign for me. In England, people don't tend to go to their other teams; they would only see their team.
KTRS.
And overall, I think it was just, overwhelmingly sort of positive and supportive from all the fans.
The book is Tailgate to Heaven. Adam Goldstein with us here in studio. He's obviously from London, or has a great imitation of a British accent. Came over in 2008, went to every NFL city, and now has put the book together. So if you were going to, let's say, Manchester United, and you wore Arsenal gear, they wouldn't throw a party in your honor and say, come on over, bloke, have a drink.
Well, you're not allowed to mix the away and the home fans pre-game, or really post-game. And they might have some pubs, but some pubs won't allow away fans in, especially
Are
if
you
it's
serious?
Yeah, there's a lot of like, not hooliganism, but it's just they're very cautious of it now.
Wow.
And
Oh, they get really violent.
they used to be really bad. It's not as much. But you can't sit. You have to have an away section and a home section, I guess, like your college football. But you wouldn't see, like the Rams today, I might see other NFL jerseys. You wouldn't see...
You might see a lot, actually.
Hey, now.
But the Rams. But you wouldn't see that. I think the biggest difference that I've noticed, I think NFL fans support their team, but I think they also support the NFL as a whole and want to see the game grow and so on. Whereas I think soccer fans follow their team and don't really care much for the others, wouldn't happen to go to a neutral site, if that makes sense.
And you said not allowed in terms of tailgating. So
Sure.
if Chelsea's got a big soccer game, they can't meet out front and have a barbecue.
You're not allowed to have open flame in England. Or you can have open liquor, but you wouldn't... People would go to maybe a pub and have a little pre-drink, but tailgating doesn't... People just don't know what the word is at home. In fact, my book on Amazon in England comes under like auto parts because they think tailgate is just a piece of a car. So I'm #1 in auto parts books, which is lovely.
That's funny.
Is part of it the layout? Like the stadiums don't have like large parts. They're more like in city neighborhoods. And
Some
things?
are. I mean, rugby stadiums we have a little bit of that because you can have the mixed fans, and cricket you can take food in, but then cricket lasts 5 days, so which is unusual, which is strange. But I think it's just a cultural thing. But we do have a tailgate for the London game when the Rams come over. But it'll be more like a fan zone. You won't be able to cook yourself, but it's a fun party, and they do quite a big thing for all the NFL fans in London.
What do you do now? I mean, what's your regular job? What did you go back doing?
I'm a drama therapist, so I work with young offenders, and I use drama as a tool for social change and stop them stabbing each other.
So this was really just okay. I didn't know if you were just a writer in general, and then this was just a project for you, so you went back and had to get another job and find another place
and
to
I'm
live.
currently on my sort of holiday, and I've been working extra hours to get enough vacation, and then I sort of go back and go straight back into work. But I don't know, maybe, if the Bears need another quarterback, I'm ready. Maybe if you guys need a free safety or something.
We need everything.
And tell us about the NFL, the hunger for the game over there. Obviously, you're a huge fan. There's a lot of talk, not just in St. Louis that the Rams may move there one day, but that the NFL wants to have a team in London. Do you think it would work? Would enough people be into it?
I think so many people who are into the sport are into their team. So I'm a Bears fan, but if we do get a London team, I guess they would be my second team. But it'd be weird for us to all sort of transplant our fandom. I mean, we sell out the one game a year. They're looking to move to 2 games. But we do have a lot of football fans. I mean, we have 70 universities that play. I played defensive back. We have 50 adult teams, all in a country the size of Michigan. So there is quite a lot of fans and people that are involved, but Wembley is massive, 85,000. I'm not sure it would sell out for 8 home games at that capacity. Or maybe they would do different home games in different venues, maybe up north, maybe in Europe. I know there's a lot of fans in Germany and Denmark.
So
it's a big jump.
When they announced the Rams were going to come there and play a game, was there excitement? Was there, you could hear a needle or a pin drop? I mean, did anyone care? Or
I think as me as an NFL fan, I'm just happy there's a regular season game. I mean, we had in the 90s pre-season exhibitions. I mean, I'll go watch. I think most NFL fans are happy to watch whatever. But I guess now it's coming every year. People are getting a little bit spoiled and asking for the big teams. I had my Bears last year, and I was more than happy with that. I don't quite know how many Ram fans there are in the UK.
Can you work on that for us?
I'll try.
Go back with some jerseys and build it up a little bit?
Yeah, no problem. I'll push the word. Yeah.
Adam Goldstein with us here.